Okay. So, in context, I want to share with you now something to do with my health. Okay. It's quite, for most people, it lands as quite dramatic, and it is serious, and it is terminal. I have aggressive prostate cancer, and the specialists have given me less than 12 months to live, provided that I do nothing about it. That's the natural progression. It's in my prostate. It's one cancerous lump. Just to give you the details, the facts about it, because that's how I deal with it, by dealing with the facts. The facts are, I've had biopsies. 12 out of 12 biopsies show cancer in all 12 at what's called Gleason grade 9. 9 is as high as they go on the scale. So in layman's terms, that's it, baby, you're out of here, no cures. Okay. It's moved beyond the prostate, it's growing up into the kidneys and up into the bladder. It's also moved into the lymph nodes, right up through my chest. The next stage is bone attack. They're putting on what they call female hormone therapy. So girls, I'm joining your club. Okay. I'm growing man boobs. I've lost the use of the old fella. And so you understand that, the prostate cancer actually, and I'm telling you this so you can share this with the people in your lives so they don't have to go through what I'm going through. So anyone over the age of 50, please tell them to get their prostate test done, and get it done every year. I had it done every 2 years and it still got me. I should have had it done every year. So what they test for when they test your prostate is PSA, and they test it in your bloodstream, and a normal count is considered to be 4. When they tested mine, it was 540. Okay. Operational scale is considered to be 30 or less. So I'm 8 times, 10 times operational scale. They won't operate simply because it doesn't extend the lifespan. All it does is make you spend what time you got left lying in a hospital bed. The only extension is through the female hormone therapy, which effectively kills testosterone, and they kill the testosterone because the prostate cancer grows, its food is testosterone. It is the male hormone. So they take that out of the picture, it can't keep growing. It actually shrinks. The challenge then is that the cancers that don't shrink morph into cancers that don't need testosterone, and they find some other food source. It might be oxygen, it might be blood, or it might be something else. Depending on which way it changes, then they can do chemotherapy, depending on whether they've actually got a chemo drug for the way it morphs into. Who knows? So, yeah. And there's also the chance that it doesn't actually get affected by the hormone therapy at all. It can just keep on growing. Okay, so that's the situation. That extends my lifespan to 2, maybe 3 years. Okay. Since 1931, there's been no new discoveries to deal with aggressive prostate cancer. There's actually 3 stages. There's initial, there's medium, and then there's aggressive. Okay. The medium, my brother had it 3 years ago. He got 2 little spots. They went in with the laser, zap, zap, and gone. Okay. Anything up to, as I said before, the count of 30. If it's above like 7 or 8 and between 30, they'll go in and cut the organ out and toss it in the bin, and pretty much you'll get another 10, 12, 14 years if you haven't had it lodge in your lymph nodes or something like that. But now it's gone to where it's gone for me. It's according to current knowledge, that's the prognosis. Okay. So having shared with you all that, I now want to share with you my possibility. I don't know if you've, some may be aware and maybe not aware, there's a company called Landmark, and they run a thing called the Landmark Forum. I'm currently participating in a seminar series called the Relationship Seminar. It's a 10-week course, one evening a week for 10 to 12 weeks, with the odd week skipped. Out of that I actually didn't know why I checked into the course, because I have a great relationship with my wife, I have a great relationship with my kids. Normally you check in a relationship course because something's going wrong. I thought, well, nothing going wrong there, maybe there's something going wrong over here with me. Maybe I need to deal with the relationship I'm having with myself. So I put myself in this course. Lo and behold, my wife got enrolled in that and she'd come along the course with me. So I'm up to about week 5, and one of the exercises was to look at how I'm being about how I am with people. Well, that was, I thought I'm being okay with people. I thought I'm being fine. And I went, okay, but I'm focusing on me. How am I being about myself with relation to this condition? I thought, I'm not being comfortable with this. I'm not dealing with it as I know I can. I'm upset, I'm annoyed, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm doing avoidance like you wouldn't believe, I'm running away, all that sort of stuff. I'm like, why am I doing this? Anyway, so this exercise was, think of a relationship, and I'd like you to try this on with me. Think of a relationship where something's not working or not going the way you think it should be going. So everyone got a relationship in mind? Where there's something not said, something that's incomplete. Okay? Between you and someone who's probably near and dear to you. Like there's a bit of an elephant in the room between the two of you. Like there's something from the past that's still got a smell hanging around it. Yeah. So you got that? Okay, now switch that one off. Now go back 4, 5, 6, 7 years and find another relationship with a similar type of thing going on. Can you see a connection between the, not the same people, but a similar type of attitude or mindset about what's going on? For me it was, I paid some money to a man about 12 months ago, and I had that he didn't deliver on his promises, and I haven't shared that with him. I haven't told him that that's how I feel about it. Then I went back to the next one, which was about 8 years ago, and it was again with another gentleman who I'd paid some money to, and I actually had shared with him that I didn't believe he delivered on his promises, but it's still unfinished because, in my mind he still didn't deliver. Okay, now shut those off. Now go way back till you were this short. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and find another relationship. Right? The first one that hits your mind, the first one. Don't dig, the first one. I got it was with my mother. When I was about 7 or 8, my mother ran out the front door, crying, bellowing, in my words, bellowing. I can't deal with this anymore. I've got 7 brothers and sisters. I can't do this anymore. She'd run up the road, bawling, crying, leaving home. I'm chasing after her. I grab hold of her leg, come in, Mum, come on, bawling, crying. And I got out of that, my mother doesn't love me. Okay? In this course, that's how I relate to my mother, that she doesn't love me. I invented at the age of 8 that my mother doesn't love me. And that's how I've related to her my whole life. Now, there's not much use in knowing that unless you do something with that. So you ring your mother up and you tell her that I invented that, you know, that I think you don't love me. That's how you clean that up. Okay? You take responsibility for having invented that. My mother didn't invent that she didn't love me. I invented it. Because I know she loves me, but I still got this story going on, she doesn't love me. Anyway, out of that, I also got, while I was in the course, because that was about my relationship with my mother, but then I got, you know what else I invented? I said to my mother at the time, why are you running away? Like, you know, how come? Come home, come home, come home. You know, what did I do? What did I do? I'm sorry, all this stuff, bawling and carried on. And she said, it wasn't just you, it's all your brothers and sisters. And I went, in that moment, you're a pack of bastards. You made my mother leave home, I hate yous all. And to this day, I don't communicate with my brothers and sisters. I never knew why. You know, yeah, we go to families, barbecues, you know, birthdays, Christmases, but it's always, how's the weather, nice today? Yeah. Talk about what you had for dinner last night. It's never a conversation about what's really going on for me. It's never a conversation of asking them about what's going on for them in their lives. It's always about the peripheral stuff. And I get that's where I invented that they're all bastards. Huh? They made my mother leave home. Weird, crazy, but for me, that landed. So what I did with that, I picked up the phone and I've spoken to every one of my brothers and sisters and I've invented a relationship with them on the level of communication, letting them know what's going on for me in my life and requesting them to do the same back to me. Every one of them said yes, as you expect they would, but in my world I expected they'd say, get stuffed. You've treated me like a prick your whole life. I don't want to talk to you. They didn't. So, then I had another recollection that cemented this thing in place for me, that I don't get along with people, and that was my father did something to me that locked that into place. It was, I'd been to school, you know, again when I was about 8, and the lesson that day was about hygiene. Well, one of the lessons that day was about hygiene, how to wash your hands after you go into the toilet and all that sort of stuff, and don't eat in the toilet. Well, I used to eat in the toilet. I had 7 brothers and sisters. You had to hide to get your food. You come home from school, steal something out of the fridge and run down and we had one of those thunder boxes. You know, I wouldn't be on the toilet going, but I'd just be sitting in there and hiding and eating. And I did that. And then I think that day or the day after, my father came home and I told him about the lesson I'd learned at school. You know what he did? Don't eat in the toilet. I've told you that myself. And I got, you can't get along with your father. You don't tell your father anything because all he does is freaking hit you. So then I didn't communicate with my father. So now I live in a family where I don't communicate with any of them. Guess why I have problems trying to pick up the phone and communicate with other people? Why I don't want to do that. There's all that 40 years or 45 years of that conditioning, that little oyster grain that's had that stuff wrapped around it and wrapped around it and wrapped around it until it's so big. You try and pick up the phone, what do they say, the 10-ton telephone? You know, you've got to develop muscle. You don't need muscle, you just need to disappear that conditioning. The phone's as light as a feather. You don't have to pick it up these days, put headphones on. Yeah. So thanks for listening, thanks for allowing me to share that. I set some targets for today I will make 100 phone calls today.
Wow.
I will make 100 phone calls today. I will do 25 an hour for 4 hours. 2-hour work breaks, half hour in between. I request that you keep me to that you police me, that you encourage me, that you cajole me. You do whatever it takes to have me complete on that. Are you enrolled?
You've got a spare battery.
Definitely.
Thank you. I'm complete.